All right, so it's Gable's birthday today. Gable Steveson turns 23 today. It's May 31st. I don't know when you're going to watch this, to be honest. But on May 31st, 2023, he turns 23 years old. So happy birthday, Gable. And I was thinking about the first time I watched Gable wrestle live. And you got to go back to 2015 Cadet World Team Trials in Akron. They don't call it cadets anymore. They don't have it in Akron anymore. U17 is what they call it now. They had it in Vegas this year. But that doesn't matter. The point is, this is the first time I saw Gable Steveson. And what's interesting about this story, and honestly, this entire 2015 Akron was insane. Probably do an entire other video about it at some point. But right now, focused on Gable Steveson. And at this point in time, it was the 100 kilogram weight division. And Jordan Wood was the top guy. I mean, Jordan Wood was the returning world silver medalist. He was a huge favorite to make the team. Gable Steveson was a freshman. He was certainly known to the people that were like deep inside wrestling, the willies and the people that are just really into the high school wrestling scene. But basically, Gable was not nationally known at this point in time. And I remember at Akron, Gable's like coming by. It's like Willie and Bracky, probably Holmes and me, and Gable comes up and is talking to him about the upcoming match, and he's gonna be wrestling Jordan Wood. And we're not saying it, but we're like, this kid is gonna lose to Jordan Wood, right? And Gable, we're not talking about that, but Gable just sort of offers up. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna smash this dude, or I'm gonna beat him. It's like it wasn't even a thought in Gable's mind at that point in time that he was gonna win. He's like, it was just so matter of fact how he said it. And I remember that, and then Gable walks away, and there was this collective like, what's up with this guy? Like what? Like kids, kids are gonna say things. It's funny, right? And lo and behold, we were the ones that were way off. And Gable goes out and just destroys Jordan Wood, beats this guy 8-1, right? Smashes this guy. He's just a freshman, right? And he's not a holdback freshman. He's a freshman, right? And he destroys Jordan Wood. He wins. He goes on to win Cadet Worlds. And I remember it was funny because after he won, so it wasn't just me that was like, who's Gable Steveson at the time? It was like, because then after he wins, you look at Gable's Twitter, and you know how you can see when people get new followers, like their most recent followers is like Cale Sanderson, Zeke Jones, Sean Borman, on and on and on. All the big name coaches just like started following him right then and there. So I wasn't the only one that was just slightly late to the party. And then basically since that point on, Gable has been a household name in wrestling. And soon after that, I adopted a policy of just simply never picking him to lose any matches ever. And by and large, that's been a pretty accurate prognostication for Gable, because he's basically only won from that point on. And the confidence, I kind of refer to that story of him just sort of dismissively talking about how he's going to beat Jordan Wood has always been there and still there today. And I was thinking about that moment, and I was thinking about this year before the U.S. Open. I'm on the phone with Gable, and we're talking about, he wants us to come out and do some content with him and promotion of the U.S. Open, him announcing he's going to compete at the U.S. Open, on and on. So it's exciting. Right? And I'm talking with Gable, and I'm like, hey, so if, I'm like, oh, what I'll mention is like, I'm like trying to plan this thing, but I'm a wrestling fan / nerd, and I just want to know the info. Like, is Gable just doing the Open to stun on people and just win in Las Vegas and go back to WWE thing, or is he trying to make the team? So I go, so Gable, if you win the Open, are you gonna like see the process out and like try to make the world team and whatnot? And he starts answering. He's like, yeah, 100%. I'm gonna try. Then he like interrupts himself. He's like, what do you mean if I win the Open? And I was like, but yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, when you win. But I didn't mean it like that. But like, even then, on the phone, no cameras around. He's like, well, what is this if nonsense? And yeah, there's no ifs about it. And he left no doubt at the U.S. Open. And of course, he's going to be wrestling in a little over a week at Final X against Mason Paris, an old rival there. But the confidence has always been there. And I was also thinking about, this was kind of funny. I actually forgot about this completely. But at the 2015 World Team Camp, I got to go to the Olympic Training Center. It was just me. And, you're covering the kids, you're covering the senior team, but you end up with the the cadets, because they're just a little more, you know, the senior team, they've got their schedules and whatever, and the kids are more kind of just down generally. And I remember, you know, Yanni's on the team, Caden G. Feller's around, Jared Verclaren, Gable, etc. And a great group of kids, obviously. Those videos are still up. But Gable kept doing this bit where he would take the camera and just start walking around the OTC and, like, interviewing people. And he went outside with it and doing all this different stuff. So then we'd done the whole camp. I'd shot all this stuff. And then I got home, and we had this idea to, you know, it's summer. There's not a lot going on. We're like, why don't we do a Gable Steveson day where we post a bunch on social media. And really, we were sort of limited what we could do as 2015. We were just going to run a bunch of banners about Gable and do some cool stuff and just kind of hype him up, which is crazy to think about doing that for a freshman in high school. But I guess we could already sort of see, you know, what he could potentially be. And, you know, I think he still eclipsed what we could have even fathomed him being even at that point in time. But so we had all these ideas we were going to do, just have like a Gable Steveson day. And they called me up and were like, hey, we don't think this is a good idea. We think it's a big distraction for him, and he's really young, and on and on and on. And so they basically talked me out of it and talked us out of it. And we ended up not doing it, but it's sort of funny now because now that the guy's gotten, you know, more limelight than almost any other wrestler over the last couple of years. And he's earned every second of his airtime. He's earned every second of notoriety and fame because of what an incredible showman he is. He's certainly one of my favorite wrestlers to watch of all time, and can't wait to see what he's going to go on to do. So happy birthday, Gable.
All right, we got Owen Webster, Gable Steveson. They're going to show off a little bit for you. What you got for us, Gable?
But there's some backflips for you.
All right, let's see it.
You ready to clean it. You ready to clean it.
All right. There's Webster. Yes. There goes Gable. Nice. Oh, here we go. There's Verclaren. These cadet guys, they're no joke. Hey, they're coming for blood in Bosnia.
Champ.
All right, champs right here.
Champ.
Three champ. I love it. What's good, Yanni? Have a good workout?
Yeah. Hey, we're taking another tour. I got you on the tour.
Tour?
Hey,
okay,
about to take our fans on a tour.
Right, I'm giving it to Gable. No promises. Keep it PG-13, man.
Oh, Webster right here. How you been?
Good.
Tell us what your future is in wrestling.
Wrestle Gable Steveson.
What?
I want a match.
No, you talking reckless now. Yanni Diakomahalis, John, Yanni, whatever your name is. How you been?
I'm good.
That's good. This is great. Jake Aller, Greco Cadet World Team member. Gavin Teasdale. Tell us what your future is in wrestling. You don't know? Jared Verclaren, how you been?
I want to be the best. I want to take out the best.
That's what I like to hear.
I don't want the easy way.
That's what I like to hear.
Hard way.
We're gonna make a run. We're making a run to the locker room. I gotta talk to Dayton. Malik Heinzelman, what are your futures and goals in wrestling? And what do you weigh? And are you gonna be a world champ?
I'll be a world champ, and I only weigh like 95.8.
Stay right there. All right, I gotta take guys into the locker room. David! Dylan, I need to get you on the camera.
What?
This is the Flows camera. Dylan D'Amelio, what is your plans for wrestling? Are you going to be a world champ?
This is actually live, Gable?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Dude, it's recording.
You lying.
I'm serious. This is it. Go. Do you want to be a world champ?
Yes.
How much do you weigh?
Right now?
Yes.
110.
Wonderful. The man himself, Kyle Bake. How you been? Gable, where's Dayton?
Gable, he left.
You left?
Gable, or Dayton left.
Dayton's camera. Christian Powell, what is your plans for FloWrestling? How are you gonna make it better?
How am I gonna make it better? I'm just gonna keep giving the camera to you, big man.
That's it. Are we gonna be on ESPN like the next 3 weeks?
That's not up to me. You should be.
You need to get us on ESPN.
They don't listen to us, Gable. Come on.
We're gonna blow up their Twitter feed, all right?
Let's do it.
Just keep adding.
All right. Hey, thank you, Gable.